Hi guys, it's Rachel with Rachel's Remedies, and today I'm going to do the keto granola recipe. Say that there are 7 carbs for 1/4 of a cup in this granola. It just doesn't have oats and sugar and a lot of the things granola normally has. And the other thing is, if you're new to my channel, I have 5 children. I'm constantly trying to find recipes and things to help our family. And the butter I use is Kerrygold. It's grass-fed butter, very popular with the keto community. And a cup is 1 big thing of Kerrygold. And Kerrygold is gold. Whenever the kids waste something, I'm like, I think that was 50 cents for that bite. But it's very good butter. And when you're eating keto, you're not drinking wine, so we can afford the good butter. Okay, I'm gonna melt it real quick. Now, these nuts that I have in my hands are not nuts you normally have in your collection of nuts. So you'll have to be patient, order them on Amazon, or get them at the local farmer's market, because hazelnuts are not in my normal nut collection. So, okay, so this is my food processor. This is the blade I use. If you don't have a food processor, you can get kind of creative and put your nuts like in a bag and just kind of crush them with a little hammer, or a mallet probably is better. Okay, so let's get started, people. I'm so excited about this. This is such a fun recipe. 4 cups of almonds. Now, if you're a smaller home and don't have the room for all of this, definitely take the recipe down to 1/3. Everything is ×3 with me, and on the tablespoon of anything, just take it down to a teaspoon. So, some nuts, and now I'm just going to pour them into there. Now, what you're doing is you're pulsing this, and you're kind of getting it to a granola consistency. Okay. That's pretty good. I'm going to show you the consistency of this, because that's the important thing. Okay, so these are almonds and other nuts. The walnuts will get really, they're softer, so you don't go as long with walnuts and pecans. I'm just going to pour this in my great big bowl and kind of look at it. If there's any kind of whole big, there's still a few almonds. Almonds are hard, so I'm chopping them kind of by themselves. And there's still a few bigger pieces. I kind of pick those out and put those in the next batch. All right, so I'm gonna go again. The next one is 4 cups hazelnut. Now, all of my nuts are raw if possible. There's the hazelnut mix. I kind of like a little chunkier. Megan, the first time she made this, it wasn't as chunky, and the family liked not as chunky, a little better. Oops, some of those pieces are kind of big, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of scoop my top layer back in. Right now I have a lot of walnuts, and they're organic, so I'm going to do the organic walnuts. They're really good for you. They're good for your brain. I like my kids. A lot of my cooking has to do with making things that my kids will like, that will help feed and nourish their systems. And walnuts is one of those nuts that feeds the brain. Now, we can put away the food processor, because the next few nuts are small and they don't need to be chopped. And it's going to be 1 cup of sunflower seeds. Let's see, this sunflower. 1 cup of pumpkin seeds. The green one. Oh, I just did sunflower. Okay. And 2 cups of flax meal, granola, or any kind of nut mix that you make. There's no huge rules on it. It's hard to mess up granola, and it's hard to mess up trail mixes because, let's face it, once you put that maple syrup on there, it is yum. Now, this has 4 egg whites and a cup of butter. So I like to melt my butter while I'm doing all that. Okay, so if you're new to keto and you're gasping over the price of Swerve, this is my lookalike. It's Anthony's Premium Ethritol Sweetener, and probably in 6 months there'll be another lookalike Ethritol without the extra little flavor, but significantly cheaper. So for a big recipe like this, I like to use Anthony's Ethritol instead of the Swerve. So I did 1 cup, and I'm gonna add another little bit, 1/4 of a cup maybe. The 1 cup is, I don't know, it was not quite sweet enough. So. Okay, so we've almost gotten all of our dry things in our big bowl. I just have a couple more things to add. I like a tablespoon of cinnamon. Cinnamon naturally lowers your insulin levels and tastes great in granola. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna add a tad extra and about a teaspoon of salt. Sorry guys, I'm not a big measuring person, but I will have my recipe down below. All right, so now that I have the dry stirred somewhat, I'm gonna do a tablespoon of vanilla. And a tablespoon of maple syrup extract. Okay. It was a whole cup of butter. I did unsalted butter this time. Just use whatever butter you have. And we're gonna do the egg whites next. So the butter and the egg whites kind of give it that wet sensation for egg whites. And now I'm just gonna stir it again. Let me try to see it. As you can see, as I'm stirring, all of the parts of the granola are getting damp. And then I like to just do one last stir. Okay, great. And you can see the consistency. There's still, there's still some little chunks of almonds, but for the most part, don't you think it looks pretty granola-ish? I think it does. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna put them on the pans and then we'll cook it. Okay, so the pan that I like to use is from the restaurant supply. It's this great big aluminum pan. Now all of my recipes are huge. They're for the month for 7 people. This pan is 21 by 16 inches. The other thing I like to use is parchment paper. I use this every single day, every time I cook for something. So for granola, I just line my pan with the parchment. Okay guys, you know the drill. It's ringing, and so what we're gonna do is go ahead and, oh, it smells really, really good. We're gonna go ahead and take out one of the trays, spoon right next to the oven, and you can even stir it in the oven, but see how I don't know if you can see, it's kind of drying out. See how it's kind of drying out a little bit. So at this point, we want to stir it so that the top is on the bottom is on the top, and we want it to be nicely, evenly kind of browned. Okay, so I'll do this on the other tray. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be worth every chop, and you won't have to make granola again for a long time. So see you in a minute. I'm gonna stir again and then come back and share how it turned out. Great, so that's the keto granola. I hope you love it, enjoy it. I hope your family enjoys it. Yummy. It's good. It's hard to tell when it's really hot how good it's gonna be. And just tweak this recipe. You cannot mess up granola. I don't think you can. If you wanna do coconut oil instead of butter, you can do that. I'm gonna put all of my information below. Feel free to comment or subscribe.